Part 1. Inquiring about available study materials for an IELTS course.
You have some time to look at the questions.
Receptionist. Good morning, IELTS Language Academy. How can I help you?
Student. Hello, I'm planning to join your IELTS preparation course, and I wanted to ask about the study materials you provide.
Receptionist. Of course. We give every student a full set of Cambridge IELTS practice books from volumes 10 to 18. These include listening tests with answer keys and CDs.
Student. Oh, that sounds good. Do you also provide any online resources?
Receptionist. Yes, students get free access to our online learning portal. It has video lessons, vocabulary lists, and sample writing tasks.
Student, great. And what about speaking practice? Is there any material for that?
Receptionist. Yes, we provide a speaking handbook with common IELTS topics, model answers, and audio recordings so you can practice pronunciation.
Student. That's really helpful. Do I need to buy any additional materials myself?
Receptionist. Not necessarily. Most of our students manage with the provided resources. However, if you want extra reading practice, we recommend subscribing to English newspapers or magazines.
Student, I see. And are the materials included in the course fee? Or do I have to pay separately?
Receptionist. They're included in the course fee. You don't have to pay anything extra.
Student, perfect. Thank you so much for the information.
Receptionist, you're welcome. Would you like me to send you the full course brochure by email?
Student, yes, please. That would be great.
Part 2. A community officer is addressing residents at a local meeting about noise pollution rules.
You have some time to look at the questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending this short session on noise regulations in our residential area. As you know, noise pollution has become a concern for many families here, especially those with children and elderly members. To begin with, let me explain the permitted noise levels. During the day, from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., household noise such as televisions, music, or normal conversations should not exceed 55 decibels. At night, between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., the limit is reduced to 45 decibels, which is roughly the sound of a quiet conversation. Secondly, the use of power tools, such as drills or lawnmowers, is restricted. This may only be used between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on weekdays, and between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on weekends. Outside of these hours, using such equipment is considered a violation. Now, regarding vehicle noise, residents are asked not to keep engines running for long periods, especially near housing blocks. Car horns should also be used only when absolutely necessary. If someone breaches these rules, the first step is usually a verbal warning from the local authority. If the noise continues, a written notice will be issued. In more serious cases, residents may face a fine of up to £200. Finally, if you want to report a noise problem, you can call the Noise Control Helpline. It operates from 8 a.m. until midnight. You can also submit a complaint through the council's website. I hope this information helps everyone to maintain a peaceful living environment. Thank you for your cooperation. Part 3. Students sharing exchange program experiences.
You have some time to look at the questions.
Dr. Lewis. So, Emma and Raj, you've both recently returned from your exchange programs. Could you tell me about your experiences?
Emma, yes, of course. I spent a semester in Germany. At first, I was nervous about the language barrier, but I was surprised at how quickly I picked up everyday German. The university also offered free language support, which was really useful.
Raj, that's interesting. I went to Canada, and luckily, language wasn't a problem since classes were in English. What I found most challenging was adjusting to the colder climate. But the host family I stayed with was very supportive, and they helped me adapt.
Dr. Lewis, and how about academic life? Was it very different from what you're used to here?
Emma, definitely. In Germany, the teaching style was more independent. Professors expected us to do a lot of self-study, and group projects were very common. I think it helped me become more self-disciplined.
Raj, in Canada, I noticed something similar. The professors were approachable, but they encouraged us to think critically and question everything. It was less about memorizing facts and more about analysis.
Dr. Lewis, that sounds valuable. Did you face any cultural challenges outside of academics?
Emma, yes, sometimes. For example, I found social interactions more formal in Germany. It took me a while to get used to the way people addressed each other, especially professors.
Raj, in contrast, Canada felt very relaxed and multicultural. I didn't feel out of place at all. The main issue was missing home food, but I eventually learned to cook for myself.
Very good. And what would you say was the main benefit of the program for each of you?
Emma, for me, it was gaining confidence in a foreign environment. I realized I can adapt and succeed even outside my comfort zone.
Raj, I'd say it was the global perspective. Meeting students from so many different countries made me understand cultural differences better and appreciate diversity.
Dr. Lewis, excellent. Those are exactly the kind of insights we hope students gain from these exchanges. Part 4, Historical Preservation Lecture.
You have some time to look at the questions.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll be discussing the importance of historical preservation in modern society. To begin with, when we talk about preservation, we usually mean the protection of buildings, monuments, and artifacts that reflect our cultural heritage. These are not just old structures, they are physical reminders of a community's identity and history. One key reason for preservation is educational value. Historical sites allow people, especially younger generations, to learn about their past in a more vivid and meaningful way than simply reading textbooks. Walking through an ancient fort or visiting a museum helps individuals connect with events that shaped society. Another important factor is tourism. Preserved historical landmarks often attract visitors from all over the world. This not only generates income for local communities but also encourages cultural exchange and global awareness. However, preservation is not without challenges. Urban development frequently threatens heritage sites. For example, the construction of new highways or shopping centers may lead to the demolition of old buildings. Financial costs are also a major concern, as restoration projects can be very expensive and require specialized expertise. Despite these challenges, preservation is crucial for promoting a sense of continuity. It reminds us that we are part of a long human story, and it gives societies a sense of pride and belonging. Furthermore, maintaining historical sites can inspire modern architects to design buildings that respect tradition while serving current needs. To conclude, historical preservation is not simply about saving the past, it's about enriching the present and ensuring that future generations inherit a strong cultural foundation.
Now it's time to check your answers. You can pause your video.